everyone, it's Angela from Cloudfetti, and today I'm sharing how to make a cute snow globe shaker out of polymer clay. So to start out, I have a large ball of ice quartz clay, which has a crystal look once it's baked, and I'm rolling that out between 2 stacks of 4 popsicle sticks. I then have a large round cookie cutter, and because the clay is quite deep, I've gone ahead and dipped the cutter into some cornstarch or cornflour. Then I'm just cutting out a piece. And removing the excess cornstarch and clay. Then I'm just sliding a blade under it to remove it off my work surface. I then have a glass globe, which I bought online, and it's kind of like an upside down fishbowl. Sometimes you might find that it has a little hole at the top, but try not to use these ones. Use the closed ones instead. And I'm just going to press the globe into the blue clay. And then just pull it back out so that it becomes the base of the snow globe. And baking it fully using my package's instructions. And then once it's cooled down completely, to make the snow, I have a small ball of some white glitter clay, and I've gone ahead and rolled that out between 2 single jumbo popsicle sticks. I'm then taking the glass globe, and I'm using it to cut a circle from the clay. And because the base of the globe isn't sharp, it won't cut super cleanly. So I'm cleaning it up and smoothing the edges with my fingers. And now because the base is baked, nothing will stick to it. So I'm brushing on some bacon bond. And placing the white circle on top. And shaping it to the stand. And then just leaving it aside. I've then gone ahead and made a tiny snowman and Santa hat, and I've baked the Santa hat only, just so that it doesn't get squished. And I have some separate tutorials sharing how I make these, which I'll leave the links to in the description box below. I'm then brushing some more Bacon Bond onto the center of the snow. And placing the snowman on top. Then squeezing some more Bacon Bond onto its head. And placing on the Santa hat. I then have a tiny slice of a snowflake cane, and I'm brushing some Bacon Bond on top of that. And just pressing it onto the front of the stand. And then I'm just going to bake everything for a second time. And then once everything's cooled down completely, I'm using some UV resin to glaze everything but the base so that it's nice and shiny. So now to make the shaker part, I have a small black bottle with a fine tip applicator, and I've just put some UV resin into it. And I'm squeezing some into the circular indent of the base. And just setting it aside. I then have some fine white glitter for the snow, and I'm sprinkling some inside the glass globe. Then for the liquid inside, I have some baby oil, and I'm pouring some into the globe, just to the top. And I'm just going to spill it everywhere in the process. Whoops. Then just turning the snowman and stand upside down and placing it into the liquid and the globe. And very, very gently and carefully pressing them together to totally encase it. Then I'm just curing the entire thing under a UV lamp, and then when it's completely cured, it can be turned upside down with no leaks, and it shakes the snow around. And that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!